awesome and safe summer. I have not checked in as often as I hoped I would because I've been super busy. I am back in school taking classes to help myself become an even better teacher. So this video is not going to be an art tutorial. This video is going to be a read aloud of one of my favorite books. So let's get started. The book I'm going to be reading to you today is called Last Stop on Market Street. It is by Matt de la Pena, the author. The illustrator is Christian Robinson, and you can see these circles here. These are all awards. The Caldecott Medal is given for the illustration, so this book won an award for its pictures. It was also given the Newbery Award for the words, and this award is called the Coretta Scott King Honor Award, and it's given because the pictures in this story show people with different skin colors and with different jobs from different places all getting along and treating each other with respect. When I open the book up, I see these are words to tell what the story is going to be about. I don't want to spoil it for you. And I also see some of these pictures of a bus, a guitar, a dog, glasses, a quarter. Some of these pictures are things we will see in the story. And when I open it to the first page, I see again Matt de la Pena, the author, Christian Robinson, the illustrator, and I see a little boy with his grandma, so that tells me this must be who my story is about. This book was published by G.P. Putnam's Sons, so that just means the people who printed the book out so we could buy it. And here we see who the story was for. Sometimes authors will say that their story is written with someone special in the back of their mind. So the author says it's for Luna and her two grandmas, Ronnie and Grace, and the illustrator for the picture says he made the pictures in this book for his Nana. That's very nice. So I look and I see there are lots of buildings. I see cars and bikes, someone walking their dog. I see maybe this man is selling ice cream. CJ pushed through the church doors and skipped down the steps. I see CJ right here leaving church. The air outside smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. I see an umbrella, and I see more people with umbrellas over here, so it's raining, and here's CJ leaving church in the rain. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. "Nana says the tree is drinking water. The tree's getting water with the straw. I don't see a straw, do you?" Here's Nana and here's CJ in the rain. They're waiting for the bus. From the bus stop, he watched the water pool on flower petals, the water on the flowers, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. So there's rain getting on the car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. So there's Colby and his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" So CJ has to wait for the bus. Here's a sign for the bus, but his friend has a car. "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. Nana says their bus breathes fire. I see fire here with the dragon on the bus. And then the doors open so CJ can go in. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear and placed it in his palm. So he pulled the coin out and put it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. So he did a trick and Nana laughed. They sat right up front. The old man across the way was tuning a guitar. He's getting it ready to play. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great big smile, so she must be happy, and a good afternoon. She made sure CJ did the same. So they're saying hello to everyone on the bus. The bus lurched forward and stopped. Lurch forward and stop. That means it goes a little and then stops, and it goes a little and it stops. Nana hummed as she knit. How come we always gotta go here after church? CJ said. Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere, so they must be going to a place after church. I feel sorry for those boys, she told him. They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat. CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. So CJ feels sad on the bus. He watched cars zip by on either side and watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. He's watching people in the window on the bus. A man climbed aboard with the spotted dog. Here's a man and his dog. CJ gave up his seat. He was sitting down, he got up. How come that man can't see? Boy, what do you know about seeing? Nana told him. Some people watch the world with their ears. This man is blind, he cannot see, so he uses this cane and this dog to help him so he does not get hurt. That's a fact. Their noses too, the man said, sniffing at the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am. Nana squeezed the man's hands and laughed her deep laugh. She looks happy talking to that man. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on and stood in the back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song? CJ, he wants this. The boys have it, but CJ does not have that. CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking strings and beginning to sing, so he starts singing. To feel the magic of music, the blind man whispered. I like to close my eyes. Nana closed hers, too. So did CJ and the spotted dog, so they closed their eyes and they listened to the music. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus and out of the busy city. He saw sunset color swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky. These hawks are birds. Saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. So CJ closes his eyes, and these are pictures in his head. The music feels like it's magic. It makes him think. The song ended, and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. He's giving him that money. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. Last stop means they have to get off the bus. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti tagged windows and boarded up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. So CJ sees a fence, and there must have been some trash on the ground. It's not very clean right here, but Nana says it's still beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arching over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. So he said it's dirty, but Nana said, no, it's beautiful. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamp still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. So he's still looking. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, I'm glad we came. This must be Sunglass Man, and maybe Bobo and Trixie from the beginning of the story. I see people waiting in line, and the dog. What are they waiting for? He thought his Nana might laugh, her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, me too, CJ, now come on. So this is a soup kitchen. When you don't have a lot of money and you need money or you need food, you come here and people will feed you food if you're hungry and you don't have to pay money. So CJ and Grandma are giving food to all these people to help them if they don't have food or money. And that is the end of the story. Down here it talks about the company that printed the books. So they made all the books so that we could read it together today. And now they're waiting for the bus to go back home. He looks pretty happy now. And that is the end of the story. These pictures back here, this is a little note for when I read it in school. These pictures back here show the author when he was a little boy and the illustrator when he was a little boy. And back here we see another picture of that bus. I hope you liked reading this story with me.